training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check, 47. Watch the run.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing on third and long. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Coleman. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Got his man. That's Harry. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. So that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll run with Coleman on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Exit. Check.
Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
To try again after the sack. Wentz, he's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Haskins on third down. Jordan Reed has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop. Run it back inside later.
Watch the twist at the 6. Pull it. Now. Check 37. Check. Off.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now they try the right side here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 24. Check 24. Check. Switch.
Now a handoff looking right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the run. 53.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Coleman now. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Right there in the middle. 55. Nice, sweetheart.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. shotgun now for Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Bostic, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives. And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Let's go, left and right. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL. Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too? Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
49, check 49, check 49. Check 31, check 31.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Kill. Go. Alert 3.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
53's the mic. 53. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Jim.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal. Get him, boy.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 6 yards. 3. Mike. I got
hands on the keeper. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. throwing now. Haskins on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Haskins back to the air. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check 13. Check 13. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Tighten up, tighten up.
Going to give it to Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope, nope, nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It's up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Check hot route. Hot. Check.
This is Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Bang.
They'll run on first down. Love. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Check 52.
Geis. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Now a run with Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. This is Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Haywood! Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 82.
Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Slam, slam, slam. Joker, 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 joker.
Here's Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Hey, Charlie. 55. Time to go, night. 55. Hey, eat.
This 5-7.
55 is Mike, guy. 55.
Bravo.
Mike 55.
On first down, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Push him back.
He's right 57.
Kill.
Now Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Shoot! Shoot! 66. Pull it. Half. That's it. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Go.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll run with Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Shift, shift.
On the ground, it's Geis. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Haskins taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Haskins now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come on out here. Come run it.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
55.
Back to throw. Wentz. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here we go with Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.